part everybody wanted to see of my garage tour. Today's part 2 is only going to be covering epics and legendaries. So welcome back to part 2 of my garage tour. We're going to be looking at my 197 epics and 132 legendaries that have stayed in my garage throughout my top drives journey. So let us begin with epics. So when I move into let's see, was it country over here? I will show you right now. Out of my 197 epics, 22 of them are Japanese, 51 are German, 58 are American, 39 are British, 7 are Italian, 8 French, 4 Swedish, 7 Dutch, and finally 1 Austrian, because I finally unpacked my one and only ever KTM. But here's the part where I just can't stop talking about, okay? Let's go to status and let's go to fully upgraded, okay? So I have 86 fully upgraded legendaries. I have a couple at 2-star which I can finish off if I want to. I have the fused material to do it, but there's no point really. There's no event where it needs me to finish those cars anyway. But let's go back into country, okay? So I have 34 fully upgraded American epics, 10 fully upgraded Japanese epics, 20 fully upgraded German epics, 12 British, 3 French, 3 Swedish, 3 Dutch, only 1 Italian. Now, let's think about it. Take away Sweden and take away the Netherlands for a second, because the big 6 has always been Japan, Germany, USA, UK, France, and Italy. And I only have 1 fully upgraded epic for the entire country of Italy. It shows you how crappy Italian epics are, most of them being like mediocre Lamborghinis, but also it shows you what specialization means. I've always been a specialist in the US sector, and as you can see, I have 34 more American Max epics than I do Italian, or 34 times more, 33 more American epics. So that's basically specialization. And before JPT, I think I only had 3 maxed. So how many of these are actually JPT? The Hayabusa, the Impreza, the Emerge, the other Impreza, the WRX, the Infinity, the Bluebird. So yeah, I've had 3. 7 of these came in the span of the last couple of months. And before that, I only had 3 max Japanese epics. All of my resources funnel in to the US of A, baby. I mean, Germany gets some love as well. Germany is 20, which is no, sad feat. But yeah, that's what specialization means. So a lot of players that ask, oh, Blossom, like, how am I gonna play this game? I just started, I'm overwhelmed, blah, blah, blah. Pick and choose what you want to work on. I started working with the US, and it still shows until today. But anyway, let me show you all of my epics. Part 2 is literally just epics and above. We're going to take it slow. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below. I'm going to remember as much as I can when we go through this. So the first one is the Volvo 850 BTCC. Now, you know me. I am pretty cutthroat when it comes to fused material. If you are a useless car, you are a useless car. I got rid of 2 epic price cars. I fused them away into legendaries. You might know this. Some people still think it's heresy that I did that. But let's be honest. Since July the 4th, that's when I won the FAP. So maybe like since like the 3rd of July, the 2nd of July, which was probably the day I fused those epic price cars away, until now, have I ever needed to use the birdcage or that infinity price car? No! No, absolutely not. So, no, they were absolutely a waste of space. The only reason you will want them is if you're a collector. I'm not a collector. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a collector. I'm an American collector. I'm not a car collector. I want US cars. That's it, man. But, and also cars I like Aston Martin, BMW, Porsche, Mercedes. But, like, if it's Maserati or Infinity, brands I don't care about. Anyway, talking about useless price cars, this is not one of them actually, because it has really, really good handling and it's front wheel drive. It's one of those few cars where it's like, I want to max it, but it's like at the end of the list, but it's on the list, but barely on the list, clinging on by a thread. I have a lot of fused material as well, this Impreza, some fused material. It's a cool car though. Like, a lot of these Subarus are actually really cool, and that's mainly because I love estates, and also they have 4-wheel drive medium niches, but like, it's a cool car, but it's fused material. One of my oldest epics is the Range Rover 5.0 V8. I've had this for 1,151 days. I actually had it when it used to be ultra rare. I fully upgraded when it was ultra rare, and then it went up to epic. I remember where and when I got this. I was in the bathroom. I was actually taking a piss in between classes. I remember I was in my acting class, and we had just finished a workshop, so we had like 2 minutes break, something like that, 3 minutes break. Went to the bathroom, went to check my top drives, got a pack, open this. It was a ceramic pack, I think. So yeah, the Range Rover. That's a bathroom pack right there. But yeah, moving on, we have the Peugeot 306. This was peer pressured, if you remember. Great little channel moment. Had it for 457 days, 676 races, 89% win ratio. I really only use this in clubs. There's not been a lot of multiplayer events where I've needed to deploy the 306. This is the pure definition of ultra rare killer. I only use this to beat TCRs, and that's why only the handling is max. I don't really care if this isn't maxed or not. Yes, it will lose to epics. It will lose to epic versions of itself, but I don't really care because I'm not going to put this against epic versions of itself. I'm going to put this against a TCR. So the only reason I have this car and why it's upgraded only in the handling is because it is a TCR killer. That's literally it. And yeah, you'll see that as a trend. I like to do handling first always. A lot of people always like to upgrade weight first, which is the smart way. But I feel like upgrading the handling first is more of like a big PP move, you know, because you get to see the biggest upgrades in your car statistics. You know, instead of getting a -1 in 0 to 60, you get a +3 in handling. Like that just feels better. It feels like you're getting more out of your fuse material. Patron Nismo is another one of those epics I got when it was an ultra rare, so it's a very old car. 1,384 days to be exact. Mercedes AMG G63, also very old, 1,472. Now this is a crappy little epic, but this is one of those examples of sentimental value. This is just me keeping cars because I love them. I'm not a car collector, like I said, right? I don't want to collect every single car in the game, but I want to collect the cars that I like. And the Mercedes AMG G63 is one of those cars that I like. It could have been useful in Horror Show, but I never even got that far in the challenge where the G63 was even useful for me. I don't really care though. Honda NSXR, it's a pretty good one. Really good handling for 65 RQ. Pretty lightweight as well. Definitely not getting rid of that. The F-Type Rally. Now this car has been on my radar for getting fused away for a long time because it's going to get slapped and sent to Gapplebee's by the Lancia 037 Rally everywhere besides a drag. So really, it's a very useless prize car, and like kind of like the Birdcage, kind of like the Infinity. If the going gets tough, that's leaving the garage. Seriously, I don't use it at all. Even if it's Jag ×5 in clubs and there's off-road, I have 2 F-Type SVRs, so I don't even need that. I can't just skip the Bluebird. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I won 2 and 3, 4, 5 of these. Absolutely amazing car, as you can see. I use it a lot. 545 races. I've only had it for 164 days with a win ratio of 87%. Got some fused materials over here. Chevrolet Murray, another one of those epics. Used to be ultra rare. XT5s as well. Used to be ultra rare. Went up to epic. I maxed them out when they were ultras. As you can see, very old car. 1,500 days. This one is the same as well, about 1,000. Look at that, 1 day apart. Might have been opening Cadillac packs. Aston Martin collections. Now these Aston Martins are hot garbage. If you're watching and you have them and you don't like Aston Martins, fuse them away. They are really bad. The only reason why I have them is because I'm an Aston Martin collector, so I have every single epic Aston already, which is actually pretty nice. Peugeot 208, another one of those epics on my list of epics I want to upgrade. Very lightweight, low 0 to 60, amazing handling and 4-wheel drive. Very good car. The main reason why I haven't really worked on this yet is mainly because it's French, and that isn't my specialization. I know it's a very good car, and it doesn't just mean that because it's French I'm not going to upgrade it, because I basically instantly max the Peugeot 907. But it's just that I never really had the use for this because I have a lot of other twisty cars like the Lotus 311 and the Donkervorts. This is still really good though because it's like those cars but way cheaper to use. It's on the list but I haven't worked on it yet. That Lamborghini Countach, that's fused material. This is max because of one challenge. I think it was the Saloon challenge. Probably for the Porsche 918, I think it was. So I was in the owner's challenge for that. I really wanted the Pagani Huayra Roadster. And I needed to max this. So yeah, 3.891. The saddest thing about it is that it still loses to the Evo 4 on City Streets Medium by 0.01. Mind you, on a standing. On a rolling, this should be able to win. But yeah, it's just the handling. If this had just 92 handling, it would be the Evo 4. It would be an Evo 4 killer. But since it doesn't have 92 handling, it's not really an Evo 4 killer. It's like a half killer. They kind of fight it through. But yeah, it is medium though, which is nice. And you know, rear wheel drive. So it has its own niche when it comes to Japanese rear wheel drive mediums. Performance tires as well. Had to max this, of course, because for some reason when JPT came around, I was fed the worst epics ever. It was kind of like GE. I remember when GE first came out, I never got the Flying Spur. I never got the Tuscan race car, but I got a bunch of like the mid-range Continentals. Same thing here, you know, I didn't get the high-end Subarus, I got all the low-end ones, you know, this one and the blue one as well, but I had to max what I had because I wanted to get the ACRX, and luckily I did. 207, this came in clutch. I got it from a ceramic pack when ER dropped, if you remember that. Got 3 emerges. 1 I won, 2 were unpacked. Because remember there was this one like owner's challenge or whatever special challenge where you could choose between 3 epics, and this was one of the 3. I think most people chose the emerge E, to be fair, and why wouldn't you? I got my scat pack maxed out over here. Absolutely love this card as well. 787 days, 787 Dreamliner, 279 total races for a win ratio of 81%. Not too bad. This isn't drag spec, by the way. This is actually 233 because the MRA and the scat pack isn't that good. Then we have 2 Challenger scat packs as well. I don't know why they're the same RQ, the Challenger and the Charger. The Charger is the better car, and it also has the Saloon tag. So pretty sus. Moving on with the Chrysler 300 SRT8, it's fused material, but I also kind of want to max it because, you know, it has a low 0 to 60, the MRI is alright, but the main thing about it is that it's medium, and I don't really have, that's my weakest sector when it comes to American cars. Medium epics, I'm pretty sure I don't even have a single performance tire medium epic. The El Mirage, I don't have that, even though it used to be ultra rare. I don't have any of the Cadillacs because I'm not a huge Cadillac fan. And you know, Dodge doesn't have any medium, Chevrolet doesn't have any medium performance tires, so the Chrysler being Mopar, I'm keeping it around. It is in my fuse pile though, but it's kind of at the end of it. It's been around for a while. It's been in the fuse pile for a while, almost a year to be exact. Only 13 races. I feel like if I max it out, I might get some value. 2 XKR 75s, you know, just you have the Tiger, I guess. That's really just it. We got the Continental GT silver screen, so that's pretty cool. I got the 420 car, also my fuse material, but you know, it's pretty nice to have the 69 420, or what used to be the 69 420. I'm actually surprised. I have the El Mirage. I thought I fused it away. Oh, you know what? I had an El Mirage. I fused it away, but then they had that one special event. Well, does it call it a special event? I'll call it a classy event because it was honoring the Top Drives player that passed away, and this was one of the prize cards that you could get. So that event was 27 days ago. Not even a month, actually. More Aston Martins, as you can see over here. This one got me the In the Shadows stuff, the Peugeot T16. I almost missed out on that. I'm actually really happy I didn't because the Peugeot T16 has saved me so many freaking times. My god. Mercedes AMG C63. This is one of those cars I've wanted to max out forever. I finally maxed it out this year. But yeah, really happy. Was it this year or was it the end of last year? I think it was the start of this year, might be. But yeah, 1,517 days. This is one of the first ever epics in my garage. I love this car. 866 races with 72% win ratio. Now, it's been stock for about 4 years, and like I said, you know, finally in the end, I maxed it out. And I'm really happy, because that was one of those cars that was like a passion project of mine. Ford Edge. It's in my fuse pile, but I really like this car. I would love to max it out, but when you have the Durango, it's not like you need the Ford Edge. I had 3 of the BMW Nazcas fused 2 away because I feel like the only time it has a time to shine was during the Rimac Nevera finals, which I didn't even compete in, like I didn't enjoy it. So I had 3 of them at the time, and that would have been my Rimac Nevera hand. I would have had 1 JPE, 3 of these Nazcas, and like something else. Like, it wasn't a very good hand. Although it was 3 epics, the NASCAR wasn't going to help me that much in that final. We have the RCT, won me the Yesco, and ever since I won the Yesco, I've never used the RCT again. I tried using it in clubs from time to time, but then again, I just don't use it that much. You know, under 400 races is not that much for me. Here's another passion project. This is the modern day Mercedes C63, you know? So I really want to max this out. I love the M2. It's my favorite, you know what? It was my favorite BMW of all time. I have a lot of favorite BMWs. I love the E39 M5, E36 M3. We've got the M2, but I also really love, I don't know what the model name is, the new M4. I think it's like F31, something like that. I love it. I've always loved it. Everyone says that they hate the grille. Since day one, I've loved the new M4 grille. I don't care what you say. I've always loved it. I know some people are like, yeah, I didn't like it at first, but now it's starting to grow on me. No, I'm not that person. I love the new M4 from day one. So that might be one of my favorite BMWs of all time now. So if BMW gets a revamp, you know I'm gunning for that car. But I also love the M2 very much. And as you can see, I've had it locked for almost 3 years now. I'm actually surprised that I've only raced it twice. I want to max it out one day though. I love the picture, I love the color, I love the car. It's just not that useful in the game. We got the D-Beat Sun. Here's one of my 2 stars. Once again, only 2 star because of the owner's challenge for the Lamborghini Urus. It was kind of worth it in the end because it got me through the final 3 races. When I recorded the video, I got stopped at round 21, but it got me, after I got this 2 star, it got me to round 24. But yeah, I stopped at round 24. I didn't want to max anything else. I'm gonna finish off the XKRS GT eventually, because I like the car, you know. Not usually will I actually max an Epic for a tune-up, even when I feel like I can't finish that tune-up. Because I knew that even if I max this Jag, I wasn't going to finish the tune-up. It might have gotten me through like a couple rounds, which it did, but I knew I wasn't going to finish it. But at the same time, I liked this car, so I was like, you know what, it's worth putting in some upgrades. So I'm going to finish it off eventually. The main thing about this thing is that it's already maxed on handling and it only hits 93, which is actually really sad. So it actually handles worse than a Evo 4. But oh well, it has a low 0 to 60. Also, love the picture on this car. But it is in my fuse pile though. This is also my fuse pile, the GSX R4. One of those cars where it's like, I don't ever think I'll ever use it. Because it just operates in the same region as the Hayabusa unless you need convertibles. So I don't know. I don't think I'll ever use it. I have two Skylines. These two, completely brand new. Got them on the same day, as you remember. 3 days and 3 days. And as you can see, I'm 400k away from my next 1 mil pack opening. BMW M4 just sitting in there. Might actually end up being useful for the Tri-Series coming up for the Peugeot. Who knows? I do have two M3 CSs, which are way better though. Two 911 GT3 RSs. We've got the Volkswagen Arteon. Also has been in my fuse pile for a while, but you know, as much as I hate Volkswagen, I know how good of a car this can be because it has good handling, 4-wheel drive, and standard tires. Not to mention I have a Max Phaeton over here as well. This one was because it won me something. I forgot what it won me. I maxed it out for a price. Was it the FAP? It might have been the FAP. I think it might have been the FAP. Jaguar Edge A13 is one of those cars I've always wanted for a really long time. This was like the most wanted car I wanted. The most wanted car. This was the #1 car I wanted on my wish list when the Jag update came out in 2018. That was not GE, by the way. That was the same time when the Project 8 was introduced in the game. This was the one I wanted the most. And I finally got it, but unfortunately it has the uglier picture now. It used to have a nicer picture. I'm kind of sad they changed it. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. If I can't find it, oh well. We got some Camaro representation. We got 3 Camaros over here. We have 2 V12 Vantages. Now this one, I want to max it, man. I want to max it. It's being useful in the prelims right now. And right now, as you can see, the handling is already maxed. One of many cars where I focus just on the handling. I like to do that. So, you know, 9 more epics. I'll get it done. It's an Aston Martin. It'll help with my collection. Really thinking about finishing off the V12 Vantage. And I freaking love this car, too. It's so beautiful. And yeah, it'll join with my Zagato with Max Astons. It'll be my 5th Max Epic Aston. We have 2 Viper SRT10s and AMG CLK DTM. Freaking love this car, man. Love it so much. Convertible, 2000, amazing MRI, low 0 to 60, high top speed. Grande Punto is one of those cars where I also really want to max. Everyone's like, Blossom, how have you not maxed this yet? It's two-tone. It's Italian Renaissance. It's motorsport. 4-wheel drive. It's amazing handling. It's medium. The main reason is, once again, I don't like Fiat, and I have no sentimental connections to the Grande Punto. So it's the main reason. The main reason is, you know, I just don't really know the car that well. I'm not attached to the car that well, and that's why I haven't worked on it. Like, if this was like a Dodge, it would have been maxed 2 years ago. I've had this car for a while as well. 451 days, and I really only look at this. This is how frugal I am. I don't even want a 1-star. Like this, I didn't even touch the weight or the engine. It was just the chassis. That's it. Just want to give it a little bit more handling. You know what I mean? It's on the list. It's on the list. I'll max it out one day. It's just that it's not a very exciting car in my opinion, so it's on the list though. It's on the list. One of the mini cars on the list. 2 roofs. I got a Rebel TRX. Now this one I maxed out instantly. Freaking love that. Great servant in my garage. 210 days, 461 races, 92% win ratio. Jeez. 2 Friday headlight Porsches. 996 Porsche is my favorite generation of the 911. Always will be, because I don't think Porsche would ever dare put Friday headlights on anything else anymore. I wish they did though, but yeah, I love them. I love them so much. Donkerford DAGT, that's fused material. I kind of like to keep it there just because it's like among like the top 5 Donkerfords in the game, but like that one is just not good. I've got the Juice, of course. Shout out to Pops, he called the Juice for me. That was my most wanted American Frontier Epic, and we got it. 2 M3 GTSs. Still surprised that Hodge allowed us to get 2 of it. I thought that, you know, Epic prize car we can only get 1, but having 2 of those definitely is a bit of a flex. But there are people out there with like 4, maybe even 5. Because they used to experiment with the M3 GTS back in 2017, that's why. But yeah, if anyone has 5 of those, it's very, very rare. But it'll help you for Year of the Tiger for sure. I got a JPE in there as well. One of the best no, not ceramic packs, one of the best pack openings, 1 mil pack openings I ever had. I remember I got the Caterham JPE and the Aventador SV. You know, good epic, good legend. How often do you see that? We've seen epics and legends in the same pack opening, but how often is it actually a really good epic and a really good legend? So that was a really good pack opening. Yeah, moving on, 911 GT3. This has been on my wish list. I've been chasing this card forever, man. Finally got it. 100 handling. It used to be the highest handling epic in top drives back in 2017, 2018. And then they added all the slick tire cars that handle better, and you know, it still handles better than the Banana though. Banana gets 99. This is 100. But yeah, 911 GT3 RS, man. Freaking absolutely love this car. On the list. It's on the list. I'll max it one day. One day. RSR, a second RSR, also on the list. I'll max it one day. The Black S, also on the list. I will max it one day if there's more JPT events to come around. M4S as well. It's a Dodge, so it's always going to be maxed eventually. I have 2 M3CSs, and of course we have my collection of 6 Challenger Hellcats. Can't just skip that. We have my Vanquish Volante. I don't use it that much. Probably one of the most useless GE epics I have. 666 races, 686 days. If I've raced it less than days I've owned it, you know it's not really a car I use that often. 2 W12 Roadsters, one is max and the other one is in my fuse pile, even though it's 1 star, it really doesn't matter to me. 2 E-Legends, 2 C12s, and yeah, this is the 908 I was talking about. I called the 907, I'm sorry, the 908. So, like I said, I don't care, it's a very ugly car, it's French, but I know how useful this is, and it beats the Hellcat Charger even, so I maxed it out instantly when I got it. This was like my parting gift when I left the UK. I remember getting this, I think, was it on the plane? No, I got the GT3 on the plane, the Epic. This one I got in Heathrow in the airport. So yeah, really good pull this one. Very happy with this. 2.983. Obviously, it is a drag spec car, which is also medium. Very nice for ocean city streets. With the Nissan Silvia, I have 1 handling upgrade in this. No, not even. It's an engine upgrade. I think I only needed that engine upgrade because of a tune-up challenge. That's it. It was for the Senna tune-up challenge this time, so I needed to upgrade just a little bit on that. 250 has been on my list to upgrade for the longest time. It's also been in my fuse pile. Had this car for like 2 years now. Durango, I got 2 Viper GTSRs, 2 Lingenfelters, hoping that this car will get upgraded one day. SLS Roadster came a bit too late. I've always wanted this car, and the moment I got it, I still really wanted it. I was really happy when I got it. It was wishlisted as well, but I got it after the introduction of the American Frontier Viper SRT10, which is the AMG SLS Roadster, but better in every way. So now I want that Viper because of how useful it is, but it's still a fantastic car, great MRI on this, convertible as well. I'll max it out. It's on the list. It's on the list. I got a lot of cars on the list. This is on the list as well, the Gallardo. I've had it for like 2 years. Not even actually, 442 days, but yeah, it's on the list. You know, max it out one day. Like I said, I only have 1 Italian Epic that's maxed. This will be the second one, or maybe the Punto. Maybe the Punto will be the second one. I have 2 Ford Mustang GT4s. I have 6 Charger Hellcats and 2 wide bodies. Absolutely love it. And here we go, another 2-star. 2-star this for Horror Show. And this is the complete opposite of how I do things. I always like to go handling first, but I needed to focus on the drags because I think it was a Horror Show level where I needed this to win on the drag by a certain amount of points. So I had to go, you know, on the weight and the engine. But obviously, 2 more handling upgrades in the chassis, and it'll be maxed out. Pre-Leader though, I mean, I know it's 79 and it's a pretty good car, 3097, but I don't use it that often. I really don't, you know. 60 races, 60 days, 96 races, really high win ratio. I should honor it and finish it. And I'll eventually do it. Funny story, actually. This was 2-star, and my second M3CS was stock. I maxed the second M3CS before I could even finish off the Pre-Leader. So yeah, I just like the BMW a lot more. 3 Evos, once again, this one, maxed out on handling, and that's it. I got the Yellowbird. Everyone is like, Blossom, how have you not maxed the Yellowbird? Ah! I get it, it's good, but I just can't be bothered. My German collection is just so far gone, I can't be bothered. Clubman as well, max handling on that. This has won me a lot. Yeah, 2,174 races, 693 days. This is a fantastic car. It was Dodge requirements as well to win that, so I love that. FR500, Corvette Z06, CT6, BMW 750, Bentley Continental. This one's only locked because I have to max it because I owe it to Luke to max it. Luke, I know, I'm sorry. I've had it for over a year now. I've already raced it once, but I'll max it eventually for you. We got the CC100, Superlight, and Audis. And of course, we finish it off with my most used car, or most used epic in my entire garage, the Lancer Evo 4. I've had it for 1,099 days, and I've raced it 8,236 times with a win ratio of 93%. Anyway, that took a while. Let's move on to legendaries. We're not done yet. I got 132 legendaries. We're going to start with the 80s. Nothing much. Got 2 AMG GTSs. This one, freaking old. From a Mercedes carbon fiber back in, I think, 2017 or early 2018. 1,478 days old, and I never freaking use it, honestly. Evora Sport 410. Now, this won me the Bugatti Chiron Sport, and that's why it's at 2 stars. Only one handling upgrade, or one weight upgrade away from it being maxed. I should finish it off, really, just to have 11 max legendaries, but also at the same time, it's RQ80, and it's kind of sus. But yeah, 97 MRA, I guess that's a pretty nice part about the car. A lot of doubles. I got a lot of doubles for the lower RQs. I got 2 CTSVs, 2 BMW 640i's. That's it when it comes to 80s. My next max legend come in the Porsche 911 Turbo. Now this used to be epic. I never maxed it as a legend. It used to be epic. I maxed it as a legend. Maxed it as an epic, and then I went up to legendary. Won me a couple prize cars though. Really, big car that one. Also the Bugatti's on the S. Won me the FAP. Now this I did max as a legend. This is the car that I fused my Infinity prize car and my Maserati prize car into. And I have absolutely no regrets. I use this car a lot actually. 234 races, 492 races. This is my epic killer. I use it as an epic killer. It has great MRA, over 100 MRA, great handling, and it's also very light. Coming in at 1,125. The downside to this car is it has no traction control and ABS. Moving on now, we have 2 Ford GTs. This is the first ever legendary I unpacked. One or the other. So this one is 1,548 days, and this one is 1,567. So this is the one. I got this one with ×5 carbon fiber. This one, oh my god, this was the second to last card, and I was so excited. I thought I was gonna get 2 legendaries from a ×5. This was the second last card. The last card was actually an Audi. It was an RQ25 Audi. This was back with the old RQ scaling, right? So this used to be 24, and I got a 25 epic Audi. It was crazy. I thought I was gonna get 2 legendaries, but you know, whatever. I still have that Audi today, so you'll see it in a bit. Yeah, Caterham 620. Really happy I have this car. I haven't used it that often, but I know how useful it can be, especially if you max it out. It's actually one of the best cars, in my opinion, if you max it out, because of how cheap it is to use. Got a Legacy B4 in here as well. Got that from JPT Packs. SRT Viper. Freaking love you, Bollywood. Yep, 233 as you can see, and I've had it for 861 days. I unpacked this in New York. I think a month after I unpacked Hollywood. 2,651 days with a really bad win ratio, to be fair, for a max legendary, but then again, it's not the best legendary in the world, but I love it. Yeah, we got a bunch of Lamborghinis. We got the Bentayga. This came from Black Friday. I mean, I'm happy I got a legendary, but like, of course it had to be a Bentayga. And we have the Dodge Army over here. We have 2 Syracuse. Obviously, we max this instantly, like instantly on the spot within 2 minutes. You remember that moment. That was a blossom moment right there. And of course, Hollywood, my favorite non-prize legendary in the game. 916 days, 6,815 races with a 98% win ratio. I love this car, man, and like, no bias, this is actually one of the greatest legendaries in the game. Seriously, no bias, okay, I'm serious. Like, if you can max this thing out, the handling on this thing is insane. The 0 to 60 is good, the MRA is good, and you know, for 86 RQ, it's really quite the bargain. I mean, look at it. It just overshadows the Viper TA in every way, man. In every way. They're the same RQ, but it handles better. Okay, I guess not in every way. The Viper TA has a lower 0 to 60 and a higher top speed, but handling means everything. These Vipers, you want to use them in the twisty track sets, and you know, the Viper ACR has a beat. And then we have, obviously, the Cadillac 48 collection. We have the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, my favorite prize car, and I have this 332. I'm using it right now in the American Dream event, and I'm undefeated, really. 95% win ratio, 1,127 days, 7,632 races. Yeah, the most useless prize car in the entire game. I have not used it at all. Zero. Just zero. Yeah, more Bentleys. I have 2. Oh, this is new, by the way. If you don't follow me on Instagram, this is my most recent off-camera legendary. It's a second Porsche 959. And as you can see, I had it, I think, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days, 2 races, 50% win ratio. I have it stock as well. Yeah, I have a lot of duplicates for 87 as well. I have what? No, that's 86, sorry. So I have, let's see, I have 2 959s, 2 GTRs, 2 Monte Carlos, and 2 F-Pace SVRs. Something about RQ87, they kind of like me. I wish 86 liked me more, because 86 you get the ACR, you get the TA. I mean, I have 2 TAs to be fair. You also get the DPS Superleggera, so, you know, I really like that. Anyway, Viper SRT 10 ACRX. Love this car. Still don't know, I haven't named it yet. I haven't named this and the GTSR yet. I want to name them after like boroughs in New York. So I want to name this one like Brooklyn, and maybe the other one I want to name it like Manhattan or something, like, or maybe just cities in New York like Buffalo and Albany, because I have Syracuse, right? Makes sense. So yeah, I might do that. But I haven't really made anything official. But I love it. TVR Supera, I love this car as well. The 177, you know, it took me 5 Hellcats to win that. It was an absolutely monumental occasion. McLaren 12C, I have 2 BMW M5s as well. Got one from my 10 mil pack opening on my birthday. And then the first one I think I got from just a regular, I can't really remember. Project 8, the most useless prize car in the entire freaking game. Win ratio of under 85% for a legendary prize car at RQ90 at 1 star is atrocious. Yeah, moving on with Corn. I want to max out Corn. Okay, I really want to max out Corn. This is named Corn, named after Corn. 2699. Currently have it max handling. I think one of the stats. Why can't I click upgrade? There we go. 1, 2, 3. So just 6 epics away from getting the full max out. It'll be my first fully maxed Japanese car as well. And what a car to have it on, right? I love the picture. I love the car. I am a fan of GTRs. I don't say it that often, but I'm a fan. Viper GTSR. I love this car, man. I mean, 2 Blossegs, 2 Koenigsegs won me this. 1 being Blosseg. 525 days, 2,061 races, 91% win ratio. Shout out to Pops, man. If it wasn't for my guy, I wouldn't be having this in my garage right now. 4GT, really happy to get this. Never unpacked it. I won it. It was the McLaren Senna owner's prize car. King Donk. I got this like in September in the morning from a daily login carbon fiber. And there we go. Speaking of Blosseg, here he is. He's chilling. Got the super screen tag. Love him. 23102. And as you can see, I've had him for 527 days. So 2 days before the Viper. 2,723 total races. 95% win ratio. You love to see it. Yeah, we got Pokemon Huayra, Comforter Polo, and this is where we start looking at a lot of prize cars. Obviously, the 2 Aventador S's that we pulled like 30 minutes apart, so 360 days and 360 days. They're literally twins, and they're also literally both stock. Yes, go Absolute, completely overshadowing the EXP. A lot of people called me out saying, Blossom, you're dumb for saying this thing is crap. Look, I'll be honest, man, it's not crap, but it's overpriced, okay? Like, it doesn't deserve RQ95. It's the same RQ as the Yesco Absolute. So if this is 95, then the Yesco Absolute should be 97. And I don't think the Yesco Absolute should be 97, so this should be 93 or lower. It's not a crap car, okay? Maybe I was wrong in saying that it was crap. It's not crap, but it's definitely overpriced. But yeah, moving on, McLaren Senna, Alfa Romeo 164, we got the P1 GTR. Lamborghini Urus, I put in a handling upgrade into this. It didn't help me in the qualifiers because it was all drag, so I was still drawing with the 111 Uruses, or the 333 Uruses, but, you know, I like to go handling first, so it's the price you pay. 92 handling as well. It was annoying me that it was 89 handling before. Like, it was so close to 90, just go over 90 already. So, you know, I gave it a handling upgrade, so it's 3292. I just wanted to make my Urus a little better than all the other Uruses that were won and given out in the most recent Tri-Series. Yeah, we got the Fat 1-1, my Lamborghini collection of the SV Huracan and the SVJ, Pikes Peak, and here we go, top 8. As you can see, it's my Veyron, my Pikes Peak. We got the Jaguar CX-75, which doesn't deserve to be 98, honestly. Pagani's on the Revolution, Bugatti Veyron 60.4, Peugeot 905B, the Chiron Sport, and of course the Porsche 918 Spider. And I always talk about the 918, how I won it on the plane. I'll never forget it. I won this on the first time, man. This is a very, very old car. 11,000 races. Oh my god. It's so many races, man. And I've had it for 1,348 days. This truly is an antique in my garage. garage now. It was so useful back in the day when you won it the first time. If you won it the second time, it's still pretty useful. But when it came back the third time, man, it really just has become a novelty of a car, which is really sad, but I do have a handling upgrade into this as well. Freaking love it. But anyway, guys, that finally is my garage tour done. Probably not gonna do another one until like June, July, something like that. So we'll see how many new cars we'll get until then. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Take care. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop dead look. Swing it side to side as we slow dance to the night, when I'll hold your perfect hand and